All right, ladies and gentlemen. I've been getting a lot of new paladins lately, asking like a bunch of gearing questions and like talent questions and so forth and so on. And since I have like a million videos, it might be hard for them to sift through all the videos. Where the hell's my water? Sift through all my videos and actually get, like a decent answer slash overview to the problems and difficulties of gearing paladin, and why certain gearings are done, why certain talents are taken, why they're not taken, and so forth and so on. So I've been thinking about this, and it seems to me that paladins are a very interesting class in classic World of Warcraft. Primarily because they're almost the complete inversion of all the other classes. So all the other classes are like, one second, let me cough. All the other classes are like, easy to learn, difficult to master, but that difficult to master part of them, the difficult of mastery, is mostly in the mechanics. So they'll have like, shit tons of hot bars with like, macros and all that stuff and yada yada yada. Paladin doesn't really have much of that, especially in classic World of Warcraft. Instead, Paladin is extremely easy to learn mechanically. She is medium difficulty to learn tactically, but she's extremely deep and complicated when it comes to the gearing. And those two things are linked together. Basically, if you fuck up your gearing, then the tactical learning the tactics is a nightmare scenario. If you get the gearing correctly, then the tactics aren't all that hard. So basically, if you mess up the gearing, then the tactical problem becomes a major issue. Mm. Whereas all the other classes, they're like, okay, they're mechanically difficult to be good at, but what gear you wear is pretty damn easy to figure out, and what tactics all the other classes use are pretty damn easy to figure out. So basically, they come at you with a certain combination of attacks, and if that doesn't work, then they have problems, and that's basically the end of the story. So the reason why Paladin is so difficult to gear is because you are simultaneously in a shallow puddle of gearing options and in a extremely deep ocean of gearing options. And those options are the shallowness of the gearing puddle is that you have to hit your HP breakpoints. If you don't hit your HP breakpoints, um, you're basically you're screwing it up so bad it's not even funny. You're basically just going to be dead, right? If you don't have enough HP, you're going to be dead. Whereas if you do have enough HP, you're going to be alive, and that changes the tactical situation immensely. So that suddenly, you're able to, swing back and kill people. Especially since paladins have a lot of things that synergize off being alive and not dead, but more accurately, getting our asses kicked, but not being alive and not dead and able to swing back into our enemies. You've got Reckoning, you've got Eye for an Eye, for example, and you can even throw our healing capability into that equation. If I'm dead, I'm dead, and I can't heal. But if I survived all your bullshit and I'm healing, that's a completely different paladin to start dealing with. Okay, so what the hell is an HP breakpoint? So I talk about this a lot. If you ever hear me talk about gearing, basically, I'll talk about the HP breakpoints and then I'll give an example of stuff that I like to wear. And the reason for that is that the only limiting factor on your gearing as a paladin is do you or do you not have your HP breakpoint. Um, if as long as you're hitting the HP breakpoint, you can pretty much wear whatever gear you want on your paladin and be perfectly fine. The only question then becomes like, how lethal are you? Do you have enough damage? Blah 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 blah. But those are all problems that I leave to other people to figure out. By far the most important thing, but basically the shallow puddleness is you have to hit the the HP cap, breakpoint, and then once you hit the HP breakpoint, you can do just about any damn thing you want with your paladin. It's just some of it's going to be far more effective than other things, which is why we always come up with the HP breakpoint. All right, so the other weird thing about HP breakpoints is that when we use the phrase HP breakpoint, what we're really saying is that to go above certain HP levels serves no purpose. Like you might as well sacrifice that HP in your gearing if you can for other things, like critical strike chance and damage. The HP breakpoints are in phase 6 at least 5,150. And then the next breakpoint is 5,650. Now I'm not entirely sure if it's 5,150 or 5,200. I'm not entirely sure if it's like 5,650 or if it's 5,700. But somewhere around there, mathematically speaking, is definitely your breakpoint. And what'll end up happening when you fight enemies, when you have that certain amount of HP pool, is they will try to kill you, and they will fail to kill you, and you will have either a non-existent HP bar left, or you will have the tiniest sliver of HP left. Like we're talking like you're going to be sub 100 HP. Now, the reason why that's a breakpoint is, I talked about it in the previous video, but that was like 2.5 hours long. But basically, it boils down, which, I go into far more detail in, but basically it boils down to um, the enemy needs one more spell cast or melee swing to kill you, right? And if you look at it in that terminology, what's basically happening is most caster classes need like 5 spells to kill a paladin. And if you are not at your HP breakpoint, it only takes them 3 spells to kill you. And if you are at the HP breakpoint, they'll hit you with 4 spells. You'll be alive with like 50 HP, and the next thing they know, they need one more spell cast or melee attack to kill you. Which, since it likely comes after their burst, means that you've got somewhere in the vicinity of like 4 to 5 seconds to do something, and that something could be to heal yourself, or it could be to bitch slap them and annihilate them. And we're going to watch this video in full, and I'm going to talk about it here in a second, but I just want to show you the very end so you can get an idea for this. By the way, this is you'll see my Paladin's convictions, because they made me rename it. I write up to Drakova at the end here, but he's super dead. But we'll go all the way out to here. Okay. So I want to show this real fast. Let's go back a little further, I guess, and we'll play it for a second. Okay, so you can see Drakova has just activated his Burrower Shell Trinket. So his HP is a certain amount, and he's got this 900 HP shield on him, right? Now watch how he plays this real fast. Right, so the Shaman lured Drakova back into a Fire Nova Totem, which is a 2-second Fire Nova Totem. So you can see him put it down. So it's like, boom, there's the Fire Nova Totem. Some shamans, Fire Nova Totem's a spec thing, right? So if for normally a Fire Nova Totem takes like 4 seconds to activate. However, if you spend 2 talent points, it takes 2 seconds to activate. However, it's at a point in the talent tree for a shaman that those talent points are at they're at a premium. They come at the cost of other abilities, like I don't suffer pushback when I'm casting lightning bolts. So Fire Nova Totem is not very common to see anymore, believe it or not, but it still is a thing. Almost always when you see Fire Nova Totem placed down, it means they have it talented. Without exception. Otherwise, they have the ability to cast lightning bolts into your face without you being able to interrupt them, and that's usually what they do versus a paladin. But this Fire Nova Totem, and I don't really like this play too much, because Drakova from this position can very easily stay out of that Fire Nova Totem if he wants to. Like, he doesn't have to run back into this damn Fire Nova Totem. But he's going to. If this Fire Nova Totem crits him, he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. This Fire Nova Totem, on average, will do about 900 damage. So he goes into it. He takes 900 damage. It gets absorbed because, Burrower Shell doesn't give a crap. So what Senor Shaman is doing here now is you see and you hear this green whirly crap. Okay? This green whirly crap is the death/doom trinket of an elemental shaman. Again, we'll get back to the gearing here in a second. It's this thing. Natural alignment crystal. Well, basically, it increases the shaman's nature damage and the mana cost of their spells by 20% for 20 seconds on a 5-minute cooldown. This thing is, let's go back over. Come on. Yeah. And you can see that visually indicated here. He's got an add-on. It's got this little nature thing going here. That's the trinket activation. The green swirly shit is, oh boy, how do I put this? We gear as paladins to be able to survive the burst of like mages and shamans. Like our HP breakpoint is designed to survive the burst of most spellcaster classes. However, those classes can use certain trinkets sometimes we're just not going to have enough HP to survive these hits whatsoever. This trinket that is coming down is one of them. Okay, so I'll pause it right here. Yeah, okay. Perfect. So you can see he survives the lightning bolt just fine. He's going to get earth shocked here in a second, I bet. Come on. Yeah, and the earth shock crits. And that's me running up to Jagova. That's my paladin. But you can see that he barely survives this nonsense. And both of those crit. Like the lightning bolt here crit him. Boom. And the earth shock crits him. Boom. Okay. He'd be dead if the Fire Nova Totem had also crit him, but he also has plenty of time to try to figure out if that Fire Nova Totem was going to crit him or not, right? And he may or may not have defensives or healing capabilities left in the roster. Yeah, you can see he's out of healing potions, but if he had a healing potion, what would happen is you would see the Fire Nova Totem crit, and then you'd go, oh shit, and you'd pop the healing. He could be fine, right? The odds of all three of these spells critting him back to back to back are, you can't gear for that, so we don't bother. We gear for the high rolls basically. But I'll go back here real fast. 900 critical on Earthshock. That's so bad. What happened? Oh right, he's got thick obsidian breastplate on. I always forget about that. Let's see if it activated with the lightning bolt crit. Did it activate? Why did it not do any damage to you? All right. Okay. Yeah. Gonna watch it here for a second. All right. No, thick obsidian didn't activate. Why did that not kill him? That is very strange. I don't know. Interesting. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to pause this for a moment. There it is. Boom. Okay, you see this right here? Alright, let's give it a second. Does he have lightning shield on? What the fuck just happened here? He's got lightning shield. So weird. Is he out of mana? Yeah, okay, he didn't have enough mana. Alright, got it. Oh, sorry, I was trying to figure that out. Normally an Earthshock critical won't hit for 900. It'll hit for like 1800. So my brain was like, I know you have thick obsidian breastplate on here. Did he melee swing into the shaman? And he took the lightning shield charge, and then the lightning shield charge procced thick obsidian breastplate, and then that's what caused him to survive the Earthshock heal. But it might be just as simple as our shaman's out of mana here, so he might not be able to do a max rank Earthshock. So he was trying to find the other rank of Earthshock. He gets it off right here. You can see the 900 some or so odd damage. Did he? Let me listen real fast here. Did he get Earthshocked? No, that might actually just be... That is so weird. When's the last time he used shock? One 1,000, 2 1,000, 4 1,000, 5, 1,000. Keep talking. I'm so confused. I have no idea what the hell's going on. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, you see the 5 second, not, yeah, that's Thick Obsidian Breastplate. You can even see the animation for Thick Obsidian Breastplate activate here. So yeah, that 900 might not actually be a shock. What might actually have happened there was it's the lightning shield. You can see this little ball of lightning around him. He has lightning shield on. So this 900 blah 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 damage might just be lightning shield critting him, and you can clearly see it's activating nature, Thick Obsidian Breastplate nature resist up here. Or he might have gotten a lower rank of Earthshock. I have no effing clue. But as you can see, he's alive when he should be dead. And this is despite the fact that this damn lightning bolt crit him, and then this other damn thing crit him, which may or may not be an Earthshock, right? And most of our enemies as paladins, we always think to ourselves that, or the enemies always think to themselves that we got super lucky. And it has nothing to do with luck. Basically, what's happening here is the damage output from the shaman is extremely predictable, and it's the same for all spellcasters. I talk about this at length in the previous video, right? Where basically the only variance on spell damage in Classic World of Warcraft is that all spells do have a 100 damage variance to them. So, for example, these lightning bolts off of these elemental shamans will do between 800 to 900 damage, give or take. Sometimes they do between 850 to like 950 damage. Typically, depending on gear, they do between 800 to 900 damage, okay? That's because the spell itself says something like it does between 400 to 500 damage, right? Then on top, plus all the spell power, right? The only other variable is that do they or do they not crit? Now, our HP breakpoint is basically designed so that if the shamans get we design our HP breakpoint so that we are assuming all their spells are doing max damage. So we assume the spells do 900 damage, not 800 to 900 damage. And then we assume that they get above average numbers of criticals. We're not trying to survive the average number of criticals coming out of our enemy. We're trying to survive the above average number of criticals coming out of our enemy. But we're not trying to survive the insane amount of like if everything's coming out of them as a critical. So going back to our spell mentions, right? It takes most classes in the game, if you're gearing correctly, 5 spell casts to kill you as a paladin. If you're gearing incorrectly and you haven't hit the HP breakpoint, it'll take them 4 spells critting you. Sometimes those spells are really powerful and really scary, such as a Shaman Burst, where everything most of the crap coming out of them is a critical. In which case it only takes them 4 spells, but we're designed to survive this stuff. If your enemy has, let's say for the sake of argument, if your enemy has a 33% critical crit chance on their spells, and they need 4 spells to crit you, our HP breakpoint will take into consideration that 2 out of those 3 spells will crit you consistently, and then 3 out of 4 of those spells critting you is the anomaly. We try to survive the anomaly. Basically, I'm trying to say basically that one in I would say about 1 in 6. 1 in 6 of their RNG rolls, like, so if a shaman bursts on you, right? A shaman's a bad example. If a mage bursts on you, about 1 in 6 of the mage's bursts will roll high enough on their criticals and high enough on the base damage of their spells that you won't survive it as a paladin. Your HP breakpoint is just insufficient, and you'll die. But that's still like a 1 in 6 chance that they kill you. The vast majority of the time, you survive their nonsense, and sometimes you survive their nonsense, like we see here, with a non-existent amount of HP. So when I see this shaman in this situation, right? The shaman has used a spiritual attunement crystal, or the trinket, which means he has a 20% damage bonus on his lightning spells. I know for a fact, from experience, all right, that lightning spells coming out of a shaman under normal circumstances should be between 900. They'll either do 900 damage or they'll do 1800 damage if they crit. And there's almost no in between. They're either doing 900 or they're doing 1800. When this stupid spiritual alignment crystal is used, that number changes drastically. They're either hitting you for like 1100 or they're hitting you for 2200. And if they've geared themselves out to be like some kind of Chad elemental shaman, or they're messing around with like Flask of Supreme Power or something like that, at most you'll get crit by like a lightning bolt under these circumstances right here for like 2400. Keeping in mind that if the lightning bolts are hitting you for like 1,000 or like 2,000 damage criticals, again, it won't really vary. That means they got some other crap going on. But generally speaking, so anyways, when I see this right here, this situation right, he used to heal. Look, Drakova healed himself with something. I think this is Whipperroot. Yeah, this is probably a Whipperroot heal. Let me check. Yeah, so he takes the Nova. He sees the attunement crystal pop up. And he's like, I don't know if I'm going to survive that shit. So out comes some heal. What healed him? I don't know. I'm suspecting it's a Whipperroot heal. Where are you? He's got so many. I'm looking for what's going on cooldown. So he doesn't like what he's seeing. So he Whipperroot heals. That's a dead average Whipperroot heal. If I could find it on his bars, I could confirm 100% that that's Whipperroot. 2 minutes. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so I got my mouse. Look where my mouse is. The Whipperroot. There we are. Good boy. Good boy, Drakova. Ah, it's beautiful. This is what a top tier paladin looks like when you're playing. I'm not joking. So he's not stupid. I'm not stupid. We're not stupid. We just took the Nova Totem to the face. We know it didn't crit because we didn't actually take any HP damage. Why? Because the Fire Nova Totem does between like 900. It does 900 or 1800 damage if it crits. Our Burrower Shell Trinket has 900 HP. So we know that we have almost no HP left on our Burrower Shell. We're not stupid. We see him using Alignment Crystal. We see him charging up this Lightning Bolt. This Lightning Bolt, we know for a fact, is going to do between, if it low rolls, it'll do like 2,000. If it high rolls, it'll do like 2,200. It's going to do between 2,000 and 2,200 damage to us. He knows that his HP pool, prior to using Whipperroot, is insufficient. So he pops the Whipperroot. The Whipperroot heals dead average, which is nice. And then we take this Lightning Bolt to the face. So that 690 that the Shaman is taking back is eye for an eye. All right, so he takes his 2,000 damage. And it is a critical. So, we smartly survived the critical. Our boy here still has Lightning Shield on him, and he has Attunement Crystal up, which means that the sheer act of touching him with our melee weapon, it means we're going to take something like 450 damage, because Lightning Shield absolutely does not fuck around. So as you can see here, Drakova has plenty of HP to survive an Earthshock. He would need to get hit by like a max rank Earthshock, and it would need to crit. That would do 1,800 damage. Otherwise, it'll only do 900 damage. Drakova easily has 900 damage on his HP bar. I can tell you that right now. Even though we're going to see later for an absolute certainty that he has 900 damage left because he takes 966 damage here. So he'd survive an Earthshock, a max rank Earthshock. If the Earthshock crit, he would die. But the Shaman technically just got lucky already because that Lightning Bolt crit him. That wasn't like a Mastery Lightning Bolt. If it was a Mastery Lightning Bolt, it should have been followed up by Earthshock, and Drakova would just basically be dead unless his Whipperroot crit healed, or unless he still had Healing Potion. So if he had a Healing Potion, he would take one look at that situation. So let's go back a second, right? to our boy being a Giga Chad here. So he takes one look at this situation, he is HP bar, and he's like, if this lightning bolt crits me for 2200, I could be in trouble, especially if our homeboy has Earth Shock. Now, if the lightning bolt crits and Earth Shock crits, there's a good chance that he's dead, and he knows it, and I know it. So he does the prudent thing, and he activates his Whipper Root for 790. That is something we definitely take into account for our HP breakpoints. He stands there waiting patiently for the crit charge and the eye for an eye. He's waiting for the RNG. He's like, is this lightning bolt going to crit me? Is it not going to crit me? And then the other question becomes, did this lightning bolt high roll or did it low roll? This lightning bolt low rolled. Meaning, again, it'll do between 2,000 and 2,200 damage if it crits, depending upon, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now what Jakova's trying to figure out, I'd be in this position where it's like, can I kill him just with Judgment, or do I actually have to melee this jackass? Do I have to waste this charge on him, or can I just judge him and kill him? That kind of becomes the next question. But he's just going to be like, whatever, go away, I'm tired of looking at you. I don't know why he cuts it out right here. You can see I'm going for the Flash of Light. That's my Paladin right there. I'm going for the Flash of Light because, as we saw in the previous clip, there's all these horde in the background running up at him. Like, what the frig is coming back to save his friend. You can see them in the background there. Yeah, here he comes. Coming up on him, and we know he's going to get Earth Shocked. I know he's going to get Earth Shocked. He knows he's going to get Earth Shocked. We both know he's about to eat an Earth Shock. So right after what we see right here, Jakova or me are going to get Earth Shocked. There's a damn Elemental Shaman just off screen. I'm going for the Flash of Light on him. He has thick Obsidian Breastplate up. So there is but he has no HP. So if he gets Earth Shocked before I can get this Flash of Light on him, he's dead. And it cuts out right before I get the Flash of Light on him, so he probably died. But let's watch the full clip here real fast, just for the sake of argument. So 2 shamans come after him while he has... This is a really bad idea. These shamans are insane. Okay, so I don't know much about Frontline, but I do know a lot about What the Frig. So What the Frig is a very interesting shaman. Because he's using Nature Swiftness, and Nature Swiftness does really weird things. I know this because I have to fight him a lot. Nature Swiftness does really weird things in the sense that it gives you an instant cast spell that is not subject to GCD, and what that means is What the Frig can do things. Oh my god, I might actually have a screenshot of it somewhere around here. What the Frig can do things like cast a lightning bolt in your face, and then immediately upon completing the lightning bolt, they can the swiftness Nature Swiftness shaman can Nature Swiftness out a chain lightning and Earth Shock you at the same time. So you get hit with a lightning bolt, chain lightning, and Earth Shock all in a single GCD, and I'm not joking about that. And if it all crits, which keep in mind they don't have the talent that allows them, it's their 21 talent Nature Swiftness, so they can't get the 31 talent in Elemental Mastery. But if RNGesus just says all of that crits, it can do like 7,500 damage. It's actually kind of gross. I have a screenshot of What the Frig deleting me out of existence doing that with for like 7,200 damage. It was actually kind of disgusting. Something to keep in mind, but that was when he had the green swirly trinket up, the spiritual attunement trinket. That's the thing that is absolutely terrifying. If you see the green swirls, Jakova just tells you have to bubble it. I'm inclined to agree. There is no viable gearing to survive that nonsense. But luckily it's a 5-minute cooldown, and they can't use it with Eye of Moab, and there's a bunch of other little tricks of the trade. So Jakova, I think, just took an Earth Shock. No, I think he took something. Right, so he took 2 shocks. He's got a Reckoning charge here. He goes for the heal. He knows he's not going to get this heal up in time. And how do you tell this? Well, Shamans have 5-second CDs on the Earthshock. So, for example, just count to 5. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Okay, he can't get this heal off. It's close, but he can't get this heal off. And I know it, he knows it. It's really close. If you get shocked, you can dick around for a little over 2 seconds, but then you have to get off a Holy Light. He knows he's not going to get this off. I know he's not going to get this off. These two shamans know he's not going to get this off. Okay, you see this weird crap going on in the background from these shamans. You see these green leaves coming off of one of these shamans. They're stacked on top of each other. But you see the green leaves? One of these shamans has nature swiftness. I don't know if Jakova knows that, but sometimes it's really hard to tell because it's all instant, right? But these shamans are going to come around the corner and he's going to just eat a chain lightning. Yeah, someone just chain lightning him. That's either going to be what the frig or it's going to be frontline. That was nature swiftness. I'm pretty sure it was frontline. Frontline decided he's using, because his hand goes up. Out comes he's nature swiftnessing right now. He comes around the corner. Yeah, that's his chain lightning. Gives him a bunch of charges. Drakova goes on what the frig. Alright, so why is Drakova picking on what the frig? Oh, and he dodges that Nova Totem. Good. So he knows how to dodge Nova Totem. He has to. Damn. Wait for it. And here we are, back again. So why is he picking on what the frig? Well, what the frig is a weird boy. He likes wearing lots of cloth. And basically, anything he can do to maximize his spell power is what he'll do. And because of this, I think he only did like a Earthshock here. Okay, so that's front lines. So this Earthshock that hits him, which we have no idea how much damage it does. 7 something. I can barely see the 7. Yeah. What the frig wears an ocean of spell power. It's really disgusting. But because of that, he has no real stamina, and he has relatively low armor. Drakova knows this, so he's like, yeah, I'm going after what the frig. And you can see, he dodges, yeah. Watch this for a second, I guess. Judge, dead, cool. Gets off the Holy Light. He's bubbling. Oh, and then we get into this stuff. Alright, what hit him? That's Chain Lightning Earthshock, right? Yeah. Chain Lightning. Blam. Probably got Earthshock. We might get shocked here in a second. Yeah, okay. I'm curious if his Thick-of-Steel breastplate activated there. He may not have. Oh, if you're wondering what Jakova just did there, you see him walking up. He should be Seal of Justicing. We got command on him. Yeah, you can see the Seal of Justice pop up at the top of the screen. So he seal twisted it into Justice. Not ideal. Usually you want to do it the other way around so you can still judge, but this is perfectly fine. So he hits him, stuns him. We're assuming this is a 2-second stun. We have no idea. He can't go for a flash of light or anything right now. This stun, to my knowledge, doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe it prevents him from like healing or something. I don't really know. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, but here's the bad times. Here's where he's just like, oh fuck! If that's a 2300 lightning bolt, I don't think I'm gonna live that. Like if this lightning bolt crits, man, ouch. All right, out comes the Whipperroot. It doesn't crit heal, so we're still in a little bit of danger range. Boom, take it in the face. Okay, it did crit. That's, a good thing and a bad thing. It's good because they took eye for an eye damage. It's bad because, well, our HP pool just went to shit. And we just give him the good news and he's gone. But this entire sequence of events, especially this 1v1 here, right? So once... All right, so yeah, let's watch this 1v1 for a second. So he's going to come out of the bubble and he's running at our boy. You can see he's not full life. This doesn't really matter because the gear that Drakova is currently wearing, he's probably got like 5,800 HP. He's well and truly over the breakpoint. He knows that Frontline doesn't have his death burst. He still has his PvP trinket and he still has Burrower Shell and Whipperroot. He's a happy boy. But our Elemental Shaman friend is basically just presenting him with a bunch of oh yeah, so he just Frost Shock. He can't Earth Shock. Interesting. Yeah, so 5 seconds on the Earth Shock, Chain Lightning. Oh, so I guess what this Justice Stun ends up doing is he can't be Earth Shocked right now, which is kind of nice, I guess. He could Shock, but he doesn't have mana. Oh. That might not be a max rank Fire Nova Totem. Yeah, honestly, that might not be max rank. Hard to tell. I'm not used to Nax mana levels on shamans. But yeah, this is just what life is like, and this is all very normal. When you reach your HP breakpoints, this is all secondhand to you. So again, our situation as such is we're looking at if this lightning bolt crits, we'll probably there's a chance that we die here, and we definitely can't swing back into him because he has lightning shield on. If this lightning bolt crits, so what we're doing here is we're checking the RNG on Whipperroot heal. If Whipperroot crit heals, or if it high rolls, this is dead average, it does between 700 to 900 healing. That will change our line of play slightly. If this lightning bolt doesn't crit us, that won't change our line of play at all. But there's lots of little RNG mechanics that are at play here. So one of the main reasons he's not swinging into this guy right now is he wants the Reckoning Charge, if he's going to get a Reckoning Charge. He wants the Eye for an Eye, if he's going to get an Eye for an Eye. He wants to still have the possibility to steal Twist Justice and interrupt a heal, if at all possible. And on top of that, at the end of all things, if that Lightning Shield crits us, which I think we see it crit us at the end for like 966 damage, and this Lightning Bolt high rolls, then and crits, we could be in trouble. So you can see here, did he bandage? I think he bandaged, but I don't think he got any HP off. Yeah, so you can see he has bandage possibility. This is down here, the bandaging. So you can see he uses Whipperroot. He checks the RNG on the Whipperroot. Okay, did it crit heal? Did it not crit heal? Did it high roll? Did it not high roll? How comfy are we feeling with our HP pool for this lightning bolt that could do between 2,000 and 2,200 damage, right, if it crits us? Are we feeling comfy? Homeboy says he doesn't feel comfy, so he immediately goes for a little bit of bandaging. Why is that not on cooldown? So he tries the bandaging. I don't think he got any HP from the bandaging. I could be wrong. We can't rely on the numbers. We actually have to watch the HP pool here. Okay, Whipperroot. Yeah, it's not telling me. It put up the predicted healing for a second there. Right, didn't it? Yeah, right there. There's the predicted healing of bandage. So we're channeling bandage. We don't know if it's going to do anything. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it did anything. Yeah, he didn't quite get the bandage heal. But you can see this is part of the tactical mastery of Paladin. Is we're looking at the RNG as it comes in on us. We're looking at our HP pools. You see, he feels very comfortable with his HP pools in a situation until the Attunement Crystal comes up. And once the Attunement Crystal comes up, he's like, ah, shit. And then I always make the statement, massage your defensive cooldown options. And by massaging them, what I mean is you use them one after the other in succession to see what they're doing. It's like, did this Whipperroot high roll? Did it crit heal? Do I feel comfortable now? I know for a fact that this lightning bolt coming down is going to either do 11. It'll do between, literally, it's doing one of four things. This lightning bolt's going to bitch slap me for one of four fucking things. It's going to do between 1,000 to 1,100 damage, high roll or low roll. And if it crits me, it's going to do between 2,000 and 2,200 damage. If it's what the frig, I have to worry since he wears weird fucking gear and his lightning bolts kick around at about 1,000 base damage. I have to worry about his lightning bolts. If this was what the frig right now, I got to worry about getting lightning bolted for 2,400 damage. That's what the frig mounted in the background, riding up to save his boy. So Dracova's like, I use the Whipper Root. I see the results of the Whipper Root. I'm still not really digging it. I'm gonna try to get in a bandage. He's not quite quick enough on the bandaging to get the tick off. But in the end, it doesn't really matter because the shaman's lightning bolt it did crit, but it low rolled critted, and we account for that in our gearing. And then he was a little unlucky on the lightning bolt. Damn it, what is it? Lightning shield critting him. That's a little unlucky, especially after a lightning bolt crit. But he survives anyways. And this is what you look like. This is what your HP looks like as a paladin. When you successfully, when you basically are wearing the proper gear. This is not Drakova getting lucky. This is him getting a little lucky in the sense that it's all about RNG, but it's not really him getting lucky at all. That's all I want to say. Yeah, that chain lightning. God damn. So I know he's not an elemental mastery shaman because he used nature swiftness earlier, but this chain lightning hit like a truck, man. This shaman got really lucky on this chain lightning. This chain lightning crit. Okay, let me see if I can hear it with the reckoning charges. Actually, we should see it when he hits him, huh? I think this chain lightning crit. Okay, I think 590. Actually, it's hard to see. One sec. I was looking for an eye proc to try to tell, but 590, 590. What the fuck are all these numbers becomes the question. Yeah, it definitely crit him. Did he couldn't, did he judge? What the fuck is going on? I don't know. Yeah, okay. That chain lightning did a shit ton of damage. Huh. Ow. Ah, fuck, that hurts. Okay, now what are we doing? You ain't got nothing, what are you doing? Oh shit, I took that note. Oh fuck, okay, Whipper Root. Oh, ouch. Oof. And he did all that in a fraction of a second. That is some really scary stuff. Would I have died here? Possibly. I really like this 1v1 because it shows a lot of the RNG. So Shaman's really lucky that he resisted the nade, right? Shaman's also really lucky that this chain lightning did a giga shit ton of damage. Okay, so yeah, he's got lucky twice. This Fire Nova not critting him. If Fire Nova crit him, he would have also gotten. We're in the realm of like holy fuck balls lucky if this Fire Nova crit him because he's resisted a grenade. He's critted with the chain lightning rather viciously. Then if this Fire Nova totem crits, that's just insane. He's got a spiritual attunement trinket. There's like a 30% chance this lightning bolt crits, and keep in mind he's been getting lucky so far. Boom! So he also got lucky with that. But, you know, Dracova's still alive. He's like, God damn, stop getting lucky. He's like, what the fuck? Resist my nade? Crit the shit out of me with chain lightning? Crit the shit out of me with lightning bolt? Oh, damn. And then this lightning shield also crits. But he still lives. And why? 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 The answer is, if you go back to the start of this little mini duel, we gear to survive this crap as paladins. Like, we gear to survive our enemies getting lucky. We don't gear to survive them getting like everything out of them as a high roll and everything out of them as a critical. But we do gear so that the vast majority of the time, even when our enemy is getting lucky, we are alive and not dead. And you can see he starts this fight with probably the bare minimum. He's probably got 6,000. Uh, I'd say he's got 5,600 HP currently. Maybe he's only got, yeah, about 5,600, which is the other break, which is a break point, right? So the frost shock doesn't crit him. All right, resisted. Shaman lucky. Also crit lucky. So let's count the spells. He took a frost shock. He took a chain lightning. And then if we speed it up, he's going to take a fire nova here. Okay, so that's 3 spells. And then he's taking this lightning bolt. All right, so we took 4 spells to the face. And of those 4 spells, 2 of them crit us on a 30% crit chance. So you can see here our shaman boy is getting quite lucky. He also resisted the nade. That's kind of important. And then this last lightning shield or earth shock or whatever the hell it is also crits. So shaman boy here got extremely lucky during this exchange, and it just doesn't matter because Drakova has enough HP to survive what is essentially a gear check. The shaman is getting lucky here, but Drakova, he's got enough HP that he can survive the gear check. Shaman's basically asking him, hey, do you have enough HP in your gear? And Shaman's like, Drakova's like, yeah, I do. By the way, you're getting really lucky that I don't know why I don't have any HP left, but I'm alive and I'm not dead, so go away now. And that's just how it works. Welcome to Paladin. All right, so that's the main reason why it's so important. For all this nonsense, if that makes any sense. I could probably calculate his HP pool. I should just ask him how much HP he has, honestly. There we go. There's a good one. Where's that 900? Okay, so we were at the O. Man, that's basically took 1,000 damage. It went from the O to the R. Yeah, he's got HP. He's good to go here. Yeah, come on, bro. Come on. Go away now, please. Boom. Boom. So, ideally, he would like... Okay, this is another interesting thing about Ret Paladin, right? So, when you're a deep Ret Paladin, and Drakova talks about this a lot, so... I only know life from like a Holy Reckoning perspective. Oh my god, this has almost been an hour talking about this. So as a Holy Reckoning Paladin, my Holy Lights heal for, I would say about 2,100 damage on average. At 2,100 HP average Holy Lights, I can easily survive Elemental Shaman bullshit in Phase 6. Meaning, if they're throwing damage at me and I'm just healing through it, eventually the Shaman will and I will be perfectly fine and survive. Paladins that cannot... But it's really close. Like, I'm painfully aware that if I had, like, 2,000 average Holy Light heals, the Shaman might actually be able to kill me. So, one of the things about Deep Ret Paladin is that your Holy Lights suck. Unless you're wearing spell power gear, like, it doesn't sound like a big deal. So, for example, my Paladin runs up here at the end, right? So you see me in my Conviction gear. I'm doing my Hakari Manslayer with, like, full tier 2. May or may not have Thick Obsidian Breastplate on. I don't know. I'm also wearing Thick Obsidian Shield, and I likely have Improved Concentration Aura up just to help screw with the Elemental Shamans. Because if they hit me with a spell, there's a chance I get my heal off anyways, 15% chance because of Improved Concentration Aura. Then there's also like a 5% chance that I silence them. If they hit me with a Chain Lightning, it's like a 15% chance that I silence them, blah, 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 blah. But important thing to note is that I have like plus 350 healing, which is causing my Holy Lights to do that average because it's like a 1-to-1 spell power ratio. Speed up here for a second, yeah. So you can see Drakova's Holy Light, on average they heal for about 1,800. Like 1,700, 1,800 I think is the spread. Yeah, so it's like 1,750, 1,800, something like that. There's a spread on it. But the Holy Lights are so fucking weak, especially when you get that much HP. And part of the reason for that is because you don't have the talents, the talent points that increase your effective healing by like 12%. He's definitely got some spell power on here, but these holy lights are painfully low. Wouldn't recommend it, but um, there's not really much you can do about that as a deep ret paladin, and really what you're looking for is crit heals. And so this is another very nuanced aspect about HP breakpoint that I talk about in like one of my TBC videos, where it's like there's no point in having more HP than you can heal effectively in combat. So, for example, in TBC, I found that I could go up to like 1200 HP. But I found that during the course of combat, I could only ever keep my HP pool topped up to like about 10,000 HP. And so, because of that, 10,000 HP ended up becoming the breakpoint, meaning that I couldn't really every time I stopped and healed myself, um, like he has no time for a flash of light here. You might think, oh, just flash of light and top yourself off. He has no time for that shit. He has to run at this damn shaman. Like straight up, no joke. He has to start running at him. Like it's two holy lights and go. And for Holy Reckoning Paladin, it's usually like one holy light critical and go. Um, you just don't have the space during the course of the fight, during the course of the duel, like in the line of play to go for an extra heal. So if he goes for an extra heal here, he actually eats this lightning bolt. And I'm being dead serious about this. So if he did not close the distance to this lightning bolt, the lightning bolt, his shield would have gone away and he would have eaten that lightning bolt. So the shaman actually did a perfectly timed lightning bolt. It's just Drakova countered by just running at his fucking ass. Yeah, otherwise it would take like 0.2 seconds longer to hit him, so it would be hitting him right about now, and he doesn't have bubble. So the shaman didn't fuck up. Drakova was just like, nope, time to run at your ass. Even though I'm not full life, we gotta go. However, this is not really a gearing error. So here's the weird nuance about this. You can see he gets off two holy lights. He doesn't quite successfully heal himself. And you might think to yourself, actually that's bad. Ideally, we'd want our holy lights to keep us topped off the vast majority of the time. The answer is he's actually making room for crit. Oh my god, look at this pause. This is perfect. You can see he's going for a flash of light. And then he realizes he has to go. Let's see at what point he okay, yeah. So the shaman decides he's going to stop. Shaman turns and faces him. Dracova's like, okay, if you're not going to keep running, I know what you're about to do. You're about to cast a lightning bolt into me. I got to close the distance. He doesn't even bother with it. Perfect. Good boy. God damn. Jesus Christ, dude. Like, what the fuck? And this happens to me a lot. Like, I wanted to talk about this previously. Like, there are times when I'm looking at the RNG coming down, I think I mentioned this in the previous video, where I'll be like halfway through a whole, no, not halfway, I'll be like zero point 0.5 seconds into casting a holy light, and it'll suddenly dawn on me that I can't do this, and that I'll immediately cancel the holy light and I'll go for the flash of light. Because if I go for the holy light, I'm dead. If I go for the flash of light, they would need a crit to kill me, and that's often the RNG. So he's looking at the situation. Both his holy lights didn't crit. He's got his eyes on the shaman. The moment the shaman looks like he's stopping, he's like, yep, can't wait for it. You just got to go. And this is all very instinctive, and you just get very used to it over time. The ebb and flow of everything. So he's like, oh my god, that crit me? You can see Dracova's doing a lot of stop-start auto attack. That's his thing. He's got some videos on it. I'm not entirely sure why he does this. I think it's just to make sure he has absolute control over when he hits people and when he doesn't hit people, so he can work with the RNG. He's like, all right. So for example, if he didn't stop his auto attack right now, he'd be hitting the shaman. And this is kind of bad because the question becomes, what if this lightning bolt crits? Okay, so imagine he hit the shaman right now. So it's like, blow, he hit the shaman, and then he takes all his damage he takes. Right? It would be like 3.8 seconds from now before he could swing into the shaman again and use this wreck charge that he has. But instead, he kills him right now. Which also means that because that duration was so long, he might actually just die. to be perfectly honest with you. And why? Because, where's the last... Okay, so he uses Earth Shock right here. Let's look at the time on the video. Yeah, 36 seconds. So at 41 seconds, he'll be able to Earth Shock again. Okay, so he can't quite Earth Shock right now. Okay, he'll be able to Earth Shock, okay, any second. Alright, he's not doing it. Oh, he's low mana, and that's the problem. So we fire Nova Totems. He can Earth Shock right now. He's gonna go for the Lightning Bolt. Yeah, he doesn't have enough mana for Earth Shock. Yep, doesn't have enough mana for Earth Shock. If he had enough mana for Earth Shock right now, and he Earth Shocked Drakova and it crit, Drakova would be dead. But that's just the nature of RNG, right? I mean, we're watching the Shaman get lucky out his ass, and that's just how we gear. And Lord knows this this stupid thing crit. Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot of nuance to it, but at the end of the day, you can't engage in any of this nuance anywhere near as effectively if you just don't have enough HP. So if Drakova didn't have enough HP, he would actually die right here. So let's talk about what life looks like at like a fourth. So Dracova's running around probably like, 5,700, 5,800 HP. If you were me and you've only got 5,200 HP, your HP bar right now would be virtually non-existent. Because Dracova's got like 700 more HP than I do. I would have just enough HP left in my tank to barely... I might die to an Earth Shock here. But then again, he started the thing not full life, if you recall correctly. Yeah. So he started it without full life. Yeah, boom. Takes it to the face. Doing our job, knowing what to do, surviving with almost no HP. Beautiful stuff. Love to see it. Correct lines of play as usual. What the hell was I trying to say? Yeah, so this is more what I would look like as a Holy Reckoning Paladin at 5,200 HP. So if we go back to when this little mini duel started here, I don't want to go that far back. He's probably got, I would say, 5,400 HP right now, or even 5,200 HP. He's over the breakpoint, but he's not over the breakpoint by a whole hell of a lot. And he gets a little unlucky in the sense that he's not getting very many Thick Obsidian Breastplate procs. You see almost no Thick Obsidian Breastplate proc matter whatsoever during the course of this. And he just lives because he's not at the he doesn't start this fight with the second HP breakpoint. He's starting it at the first HP breakpoint, which can be a little scary, but as you can see, you can definitely get it done, no problem. Well, I like it. Just about everything's right. He sees it coming. He knows what's about to happen. Like when you see this, my brain goes, can I survive 2,200 damage? If this lightning bolt crits, am I dead at 2,200 damage? Now, his HP bar says maybe, maybe not right now. Especially since he knows there's an Earth Shock behind this, right? So he's like, man, Homeboy might not, yeah, there might be an Earth Shock. If this Lightning Bolt crits and the Earth Shock crits, he is, well, currently, if this Lightning Bolt crits him and the Earth Shock doesn't crit him, he's dead. If this Lightning Bolt doesn't crit, it's going to do like 1,100 damage, potentially. And if the Earth Shock crits him, he's dead. And we can see that he's dead. If this Lightning Bolt fails to crit and this potential Earth Shock, let's assume the Shaman has enough mana for an Earth Shock. If Lightning Bolt crits and the Earth Shock crits, or doesn't crit, if both of them don't crit, does he live becomes the question. He's about to take... He'll take 2,200 damage. Go back. He'll take 2,200 damage. Yeah, because that Fire Nova Totem eats his shield. Oh, damn it. It's so quick. Yeah, this is just how life is. He was thinking Whipper Root for the Fire Nova Totem. That's why he's so quick on the draw with it. He's like, if this Fire Nova Totem crits, I have to Whipper Root. I don't have a choice. And then we see the Spiritual Attunement Trinket come out, which changes the math to basically being like, doesn't matter if the Fire Nova Totem crit, I need to whip a root right here. So what are we thinking about here? Right, like I said, okay, so if this lightning bolt doesn't crit, and if the earth shock behind it doesn't crit, we're going to take 2200 damage. Can we survive 2200 damage? The answer is probably. Yeah, we can probably survive 2200 damage. The problem is there's like 33% chances of a crit. If either of those crit, we're dead. So we're using Whipper Root here to counter one of the criticals. So it's like, if this Chain Lightning crits now, we'll survive an Earthshock critical. Especially if it's like with the high roll, low roll thing. So, I don't know, there's a lot of nuance to surviving Ardent Jesus. But at the end of the day, if you just hit your HP breakpoints, people, and you'll be perfectly fine. So the lightning bolt did crit, so we're like, ow, that really fucking hurts. If the shaman had mana right now and he earth shocked us, we would be alive with non-existent HP, and you can see that when he hits him, he takes that 966 damage. He's alive with non-existent HP. There is a spiritual attunement trinket up, so he might actually just die. If an Earth Shock hit him and didn't crit him, and at high rolls, he'd probably be dead. So this is a little risky, because there's a lot of little risky things going on here. But as you can see, he survives just fine. This is also the major reason he doesn't swing into him. Alright, because it's so nuanced here in a fraction of a second. It's ridiculous. RNG management as a paladin is a big deal. You're using your heal potion, your whipper roots, your as we saw there, healing ticks from bandages, which doesn't really account here, but he tries to try to counter RNGesus. So we're like, all right, this Fire Nova, if it crits me, we're in trouble. So he's already thinking Whipper Root. Then comes out this fucking Trinket of Death, and you're like, oh shit, can I eat a critical from that thing? The conclusion is no, so out comes the Whipper Root. Whipper Root does not high roll. It doesn't low roll either, but we're still a little nervous. So we're like, I should try to use some bandaging, because I'm still a little nervous here. But boom, luckily it low rolls. Now, let's say he had swung into our Elemental Shaman friend here. Our Elemental Shaman friend would actually, he may or may not be dead right now. Yeah, I don't know why he stops his auto. I know he stops the auto attack for other reasons, but it's just good practice, I guess. So weird. Anyways, so yeah, gearing. Find your HP pool. Why is he here with me? Like what are we doing here? Why am I at the end of this video now? Did we survive that crap? I think we did. Why do I have no mana? What is going on at the end of this damn video? Wreck bombed him while in bubble. Oh yeah, that was that. Oh no, this is the completely different video. All right. So this is a video of like my first BG back with Drakova. What the highlight is, let me see if I can find the highlight here. I'm like attack. Alright, here we go. And Dracova's going to get some reckoning charges. I died. I think I'm running back right now. So, the enemy flag carrier is on top of the cart. It's actually kind of hard to get to. There's a little bit of a jump trick you have to do to get up there. Dracova's not going to run out here. He's going to get wreck bomb charges from these guys and then deal with them. They're scared to chase him because they don't know if there's anything else up there like me. Like I might actually be here. Yeah, I'm around. I haven't died yet. He's gonna leave me to die, so that's why they don't want to come up here. So I'm like, you know, I'm just taking it like a champ, or like a pussy, one of the two. I don't fucking know. Put down a rank 1 consecration. Yeah, he leaves me to die here, and rightly so. This is just how you got to do it sometimes. He's like, all right, Convictions is dead. Nothing I can really do about it. It's like, you know, 3 horde trying to kill him. He died. Then we flash forward. He's got like a full wreck bomb right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, I fucked up the BOP. I bopped him instead of me. I was gonna like bop myself and heal with like this warrior and this rogue piece of shit on me, and I fucked it up, and that's why I died. I remember now. Yeah, so I got this rogue. There's like a druid around here, I think. Definitely a rogue. Definitely a fury warrior. Let's see the parade of horde as they try to kill me. Yeah, rogue, fury warrior, and elemental shaman. I think I'm bopped right now. Yeah, I bopped Jakova here, and I'm like, oh, fuck. What I wanted to do was I wanted to bop myself, run around the corner, and get a big fat holy light into me, so they couldn't stop me from healing. But instead I bopped Jakova, and that's what caused me to die. So I was like, alright, well, I guess... And I complain about it. I'm like, that bop was for me, not you. Yeah, he's like, considering it's your first time back in a long time. Where the hell is my water? Oh, here it is. All right, but here was the fun part. So I try to say know when to run. Okay, so I yell at Jakova to attack because he can't really see what's going on out here. We're not in Discord or anything. So he comes on out, and he's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to attack, but I'm here. And he's like, what the fuck is this? There's like a warrior up here? Okay, so normally this warrior dies horribly every time she comes here. And you can just barely see me run up behind him. So, yeah, you just catch a glimpse of me in the background. So what's going on from my perspective is I'm spamming holy lights into this damn warrior. Yeah, he stuns the rogue. This rogue came out here. This rogue is feared, but it's dangerous because I'm healing in the background, right? So he stuns the rogue, he goes to kill the rogue, can't have none of that shit. Kills the rogue. And he's like, okay, so it's like, yeah, okay. We're healing this warrior. This warrior's taking everything and his dog. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do the jump. One wreck charge. I'm still healing the world. You see me in the background, I'm still healing the fucking world. Our shaman friend's like, oh my god! I'm like, alright. Let's get the fuck out of here. Boom. That was pretty funny. I see a druid. I put on that's my Mugga Hurt. I see a druid. I'm like, I'm gonna hit him with Mugga Hurt because why the fuck not? Maybe Jakova can kill this stupid dumbass druid. Also the rogue. I think I'm like borderline. Yeah, I'm as fuck. Would you please stop trying to kill me? Yeah. Alright. Mission accomplished. All I did in that fight was just holy light, holy light, holy light, holy light, holy light, holy light. Like, look at the warrior's HP during this. Like, just watch it for a sec. Let's go all the way back to when this nonsense started. Alright, so warrior HP going down, going down, going down. I just show up. You should catch a holy light in like 1 second. Boom. This next holy light's probably going to be a crit holy light. Nope. When do I do the crit? Boom. Holy light, holy light, holy light, holy light, holy light, holy light. Yeah, okay. Still watching the stupid warrior's HP, man. They just tunnel vision on the warrior. Yeah, there's an annoying little jump here. There we go. There we go. And I think the warrior finally got up. Look at that shit. Or is that a rogue? I have no idea what the fuck that is. Little blending machines on top of that thing. So stupid. Yeah, Fluriax. Come here, boy. Oh, you're gonna peel off from them? Alright, I'll put on my Mugger Hurt. Slow your bitch ass. Dracova will kill you. And it just didn't proc or didn't work. And it's like, okay, whatever. Oh yeah, I was trying to hit him. The fucking rogue. Yeah. So you can see I go for the go for the kill on the druid with the mugger hurt. Unable to pull it off. So then we start trying to go for the kill on the rogue with mugger hurt. Then eventually we're like, well, you know, they can heal, we can heal, everyone can heal. It's just, yeah, piece the fuck out. No problem. I was ranking during this. That was really painful, I think. Was I ranking? Can't remember. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. We're just talking about primarily the huge importance of hitting your HP breakpoints. You can wear pretty much whatever gear you want as a paladin as long as you're hitting your HP breakpoints. If you don't hit your HP breakpoints, then it's really bad. If you go above your HP breakpoints, that's also technically usually bad. You don't want to go over your HP breakpoints by more than like a 100 HP or so. It can be useful under certain circumstances, but the vast majority of the time, yeah, just hit your HP breakpoint. And then you'll find yourself in these weird, fascinating scenarios where you're alive rather than dead, and because you're a paladin, you can just be like, all right, that was cute, nah, die now. Or you can heal yourself, and it's the same scenario. So, anyways, Deus Volt, and yeah.